Is it the end of the data analyst role as we know it? Well, with AI and automation advancing at lightning speeds, many are questioning if their jobs are still safe. Technologies such as Gen AI are now doing some of the tasks that were previously done by the data analysts, such as data cleaning and data visualization, therefore taking away some of the work from the data analyst. But before you panic, stick around in this video as I will show you why this role is not disappearing but evolving and how you can stay ahead of the curve. So welcome to Data and AI with Clarence. So now, why are people worried exactly? Well, it's simply because tasks such as data cleaning and data visualization and basic reporting are now being automated and can be done by these generative AI models. And this is what data analysts previously did, right? And if you think about it, a product manager could literally upload a data set onto Gen AI models or ChatGPT and start asking it questions about the product and whether which product was sold the most and which product could sell more next day based on the time and whatever data elements are included in the data set. And if you think about it, a data analyst's job is to provide insights from the data, and now the product manager is able to get insights from the data without the assistance of a data analyst. So now, if Gen AI can do all of this, so what does that leave for the data analyst? Well, I know from the sound of things, it genuinely sounds bad, but there's an opportunity here. Now, the role is not ending or dying, it is actually evolving. What this means is that as more of those tasks are being automated and done by AI, this leaves more time for the data analyst to focus on more important things. Now, this brings us to the Data Analyst 2.0. Now, the Data Analyst 2.0 is a data analyst who is able to work with these Gen AI tools in order to bring more value for the business that they work for and be more efficient in their role. Now, as more of these activities will be handled by these AI models, this means that the data analyst has more time for higher order skills such as creativity, innovation, and critical thinking, which is going to be very important for the data analysts as they now have more time to focus on these higher order skills. Now that we know that in order to stay relevant, we have to become the data analyst 2.0. So what are the skills that are going to be required in order for you to be data analyst 2.0? Well, I've put together 4 skills that I think are going to be very critical in order for you to become the data analyst 2.0. Now, the first one being prompt engineering for generative AI. Now, prompt engineering is about learning how to ask the right questions to whether ChatGPT or Bard or any other generative AI model. Now, what this gives you the ability to do is that you are able to ask the right questions and get the right answers. Now, simple things such as knowing the right script to ask the Gen AI models in order to help you clean the data, or certain questions in order for you to get the best results or best insights are going to be very important skills for you as the data analyst 2.0. So it's going to be very important for you to start learning how to ask the right questions in order to make AI work for you. So now the second skill is ethics and regulation. Now, there's a growing importance around the ethical use of data as we've seen more regulations get into the space, such as the GDPR and the POPIA Act if you're in South Africa. So what this actually means is that the data analyst, as they work with data literally every single day, they need to have an understanding of the ethical ways in order for them to use the data and ensure that the systems that they're using are processing the data in ethical ways. So in the future, companies are going to need a data analyst who is able to ensure that the data within the company is used in an ethical way and prevents the company from getting into ethical pitfalls. Now, the third skill that's going to be very important for the data analyst 2.0 is cloud computing skills. Now, as more companies move to the cloud, what this means is that so will the data also move to the cloud. Now, this means that the data analyst 2.0 will be expected to work with data that is stored in the cloud. And this can be either AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. And if you do not have the skills for using those platforms, or you're not certified in either AWS or Google Cloud or even Azure, it's going to be quite difficult for you to work in those environments. So companies are going to require data analysts that have some sort of like cloud certification or have cloud computing skills. Hence, they're able to take advantage of tools like real-time analytics and scalable analytics. So it's going to be very important for the data analyst 2.0 to have. Now, the last skill that's going to be very important for the data analyst 2.0 is domain expertise. So domain expertise basically means having specialized knowledge in a specific field or industry. This can be either in healthcare or finance. Now, the reason why this is important is that a data analyst that is specialized or domain knowledge is able to apply data analysis in the best possible way within that domain. I think I'm a perfect example for that because I work within the IT audit space, and my domain expertise basically is in IT audit. But because I've got data analysis skills, I am able to apply my data analysis skills in the best possible way within the IT audit space, because I understand what is required from an IT audit perspective, and I would know which data analysis skills I could use in order to solve those particular problems. So someone who comes in as just a data analyst would not be able to do what I do, because I've got the domain expertise and I would know how to connect the right dots within the space. So in the next coming years, it's going to be very important for a data analyst to have domain expertise, because if someone has domain expertise and they've got data analysis skills, you will not be the one chosen for the job, as they are more valuable than you who just has just data analysis skills. So domain expertise is another very important skill that the data analyst 2.0 is going to need to have. So now that we know the different skills that we need in order for us to stay relevant and become the data analyst 2.0, the next step is going to be enrolling in prompt engineering courses and cloud computing courses in order for you to acquire those skills and knowledge, and follow industry leaders within the ethics and AI space in order for you to get your head around what ethical sort of like considerations you should be thinking about when working with data. So I think that's going to be very important. And also, you need to decide which field you'd like to build your domain expertise in, as that is going to set you apart from the people that just have data analysis skills. As I've already indicated, the role is not ending, but it is evolving. So if you adapt, the future is looking brighter than ever. So I want to know, what are your thoughts about these changes, and please drop your thoughts within the comment section. And if you like this video, please subscribe so that you can learn more about data and AI.